Yesterday I was at home and I was watching the stock market crash online. I was watching oil prices crash. I get enamored with all of these kind of numbers, and I'm really an insanely practical person. I like to see things that can just be addressed practically, to take care of the easiest way out. And even still, the numbers of the great big things of the world draw me in. And so here I was, found myself checking my phone, checking online, not doing anything fun on my day off. And I thought, I'm going to get out. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. I thought, I'm going to get out. I'm going to go for a walk. So I went out and went for a walk. And I was celebrating the day, running, walking, just enjoying doing whatever I wanted to do. I had the time to myself. And I looked in the gutter and I thought, what is that in the gutter? In the gutter, there was a backpack. It was a backpack. This backpack, as a matter of fact, and on the backpack, you can see it's a Kelty backpack, and Kelty, what was it? A Kelty Capture 25-liter backpack. It was covered in mud, so I took it home, and I've had some shoes, those desert boots that were in it, that I've wanted to take care of. So I've had these things for 5 years, and Debbie was gone, and when Debbie's gone, my son says every time she's gone, on my day off, I wash shoes in the washer. That's not true, not every time, but I do take advantage of that time. So I threw those desert boots into the wash. It was a sunny day, and I took that backpack and I threw it in the wash, and I put some soap in it, ran it on the 72-minute, complete kill every germ on it kind of cycle. And when it was done, I took them, I set them out in the sun, I dried them off, and I put them together, and I realized this is going to make a great gift for someone who's homeless. And so I stuck the shoes into the backpack. That's all clean and nice, really nice backpack. There was no identification with it. There was nothing. It was just, I couldn't believe that it was just laying there and people were going by it. And then when I got back in, a friend had this morning texted me, and he's been looking at those jackets that unravel into sleeping bags, and maybe they become a backpack also or something. They're really handy little invention that they have these homeless folks make, and it's coming to a job, some group in Chicago or Philadelphia, and he's been in contact with them for me and for the homeless, but with me. And he contacted me saying these people aren't getting back to me, doesn't know if they want to be a donor group or not. And I said, hey, what if we just found out how much money it would cost to get a backpack, a jacket, a sleeping bag, maybe even a pair of shoes, and come up with 4 levels of giving? And what if we even just started arranging for finding a homeless person or two who would like to have a job, who could go out and do the shopping, or an underemployed person who could go out and do the shopping, who could put the packs together in a nice way, who could print up some graphics, who could do something really decent, and we would give someone a job. We could give our friends who have the opportunity to donate at a level where they could give a level that would supply a jacket, a backpack, some shoes, a sleeping bag, everything that needs that someone could carry right with them all the time. Not just at Christmas, but year round with Jackets for Jesus. And I sent him off the note. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but I thought it was raining hard as I texted him. I mean, like the kind of rain that we haven't had for months here in Southern California. The kind of rain that kind of rattles the roof, and it was really this awesome feeling, just kind of awe-inspiring rain. And I thought about all my friends who were out in the rain, where it wasn't inspiring awe, they were just seeking shelter. And I thought, why didn't I have this idea like 3 months ago when my friend first contacted me about this? Already we would have had that many people who would have had a jacket, who would have had that backpack, who would have had a sleeping bag, who would have had comfort, a little bit more than what they had already. In fact, we could have even had a all-weather 4-season support system where you throw in a poncho as well. If you don't want to do the shopping, just send X amount of dollars and we'll have all that part arranged. And I thought about the practicality of life. More than 2 trillion real dollars were lost on the stock market yesterday. $2 trillion. For $2 trillion, you literally could buy a house for every single person who's homeless in the United States. Not figuratively, but literally, you could buy a house for every single person. And that much money comes and goes. During this time, in the past month, on the stock market, there have been over 10 billion trades per day. Imagine that, 10 billion. It's a record. It's broken every record. 10 billion trades per day. And people are still very, very uncertain with what's going to happen. Let me tell you who this downturn is not impacting. Poor people. Poor people already have lost everything. Poor people are already at the bottom, and the only thing that's going to happen is there will be more people join their ranks. The only thing that's going to happen is there will be more people who need a sleeping bag, a backpack, some shoes, a rain jacket. That's the only thing that will happen as this market continues to fall. While we have the opportunity to give before our money's lost on the stock market, we should give. While we have the opportunity to share, we should share. And while we have an abundance, from not just our abundance, but from the little we have, we should give shelter to those who need shelter, even if it's a sleeping bag, a backpack, a jacket, a rain poncho. And what if it's also a job for someone who's underemployed and unemployed? Whisper a friend for my friend Jared, who's out there working on this. Whisper a friend for my friends who are out there in the cold and the wet. And then think about your level of support. What can you do? You see, because as we come alongside those who are hurting and those who need us, this is what happens. We step out of mediocrity, because anyone can be mediocre, and we learn to become the miracle. God bless you. Have an absolutely fantastic day. I hope it's raining where you're at, because this rain is really wonderful. But we haven't seen the rain for a long time, and it's so nice to have the rain in Southern California. Maybe it'll rain for a month straight. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. Be the miracle.